First, local, live. Now from Central Oregon's news leader, this is Beyond the Score with Dylan Anderman, presented by Central Tire.
Hello, Central Oregon, and welcome to Beyond the Score. We are nearing the beginning of league play for basketball teams on the high desert, and one team is new to the league but are playing just as good as anyone in the entire state. This is the Crook County Cowboys.
10-0 in the number one team in state. The Crook County Cowboys are off to a red-hot start.
It feels great. We come into the season, we're all confident, but I don't think any of us really thought we were going to be at this level this early. But, when we all come together and we, do the hard work and the stuff that we've been doing, I think that's why we're here right now.
The Cowboys made the jump from 4A to 5A and are now in the Intermountain Conference. And last week in an early league matchup, the Cowboys defeated Ridgeview to win their holiday tournament.
Yeah, it feels good. Just our second tournament in a row we've won, and just to come in here and do it in that fashion is pretty cool, and just with all our fans and people supporting us was super nice. That game really showed us what it's going to be like when we get to league. They're one of our league opponents, and just having that type of environment was super beneficial for us.
The Cowboys have 8 seniors on the team, and 5 of them fill up their starting lineup, including big man Bryce Lowenbach, who scored his 1,000th career point last week.
Kind of on a high right now, I guess. But, you can't imagine a season really starting any better than this. So, yeah.
The experience, the skill, it's all there. The Cowboys are ready to win a league title and more.
I don't know. I think we have a really experienced group coming in from last year, and I think we're pretty much ready for anyone. We played a lot of good teams last year, like Caldera, Redmond, Baker. I think they all prepared us for what it's like, the physicality and stuff for the IMC. So.
It's less confidence, more trust in our team. I think that as a team, if we can play together and play defense together, and we can get the ball moving and playing on offense, then I think that we're going to be able to beat everybody.
League play for the Cowboys begins the 16th, and they will take on Bend High. Oregon State football has a new coaching staff, and that includes a Redmond native, Mitch Dahlen. Dahlen has recently coached at Alabama and Washington, and now he will be calling plays for Oregon State. I sat down with Dahlen last week to talk all things Beavs. So you're Oregon State new offensive coordinator and quarterbacks coach.
Yep.
Tell me about that right away. What was the feeling like when you got that call, signed the contract, everything?
It was awesome, man. This place, and specifically Corvallis, is more home than any coaching stop I've been on. And been to Tuscaloosa, Seattle, Fresno, and this one is special because I grew up in Reser Stadium, and my dad went there, and my mom went there. My brother played basketball there, so it's special just because of what that place is and what it's meant to me throughout my life. And I'm just glad to be home. It truly is home, and I'm excited to coach the quarterbacks and lead the offense and get this thing rolling again.
Yeah, and I saw you post that picture of when you were a little kid in the Beaver stuff. So if you were imagine you were a little kid right now, and then you're like, holy crap, I'm going to be the offense coordinator for Oregon State.
Yeah.
Tell me, thinking it in that perspective, what does that mean to you?
Yeah.
Could you ever imagine you would be in this spot?
At that moment, I had a little bowl cut, so I was probably just trying to figure out a haircut at the time. But no, growing up in a place like Redmond, and then obviously going to Corvallis and games and stuff, I couldn't even put into words what it means to me and to my family, and it's special. And at a place that has tradition like Oregon State does, is the amount of great players that have came through there, and I grew up watching, and now I get to coach some great players there. It's special, so I'm excited.
Yeah, and your brother basketball, dad football, right?
Yep.
And then now you're coaching.
Yep.
Tell me just what the family's been saying, how cool it is that you finally are wearing the orange and black.
Yeah, no, it's good. So my parents, unfortunately, will save some trips to Tuscaloosa and save on some plane flights now. So that's exciting at least. But yeah, they're excited, and all my friends are excited. A bunch of my friends are alums and all went there, so they're all excited. And there's some good energy around the program already with Coach Shep, and now I got the family and friends behind it too, so it's exciting.
Oregon State fans, they've been through a tough phase here.
Yep.
So just tell me about Jamarcus. What is he going to bring? What are you going to bring? What is this new staff going to bring to Oregon State?
Yeah, I think the best thing about Coach Shep is how genuine he is. He is exactly what you see on TV. He's exactly what you see in an interview. He is one of the most like compassionate and caring human beings I've ever been around. Like, he truly cares about players and people more than most, because unfortunately the coaching profession, you get some egos in there, and he doesn't have one. He's in it for the kids, and the kids can feel it, and the kids want to play for him. So there's that, and then the energy the rest of the staff is going to bring with a head guy like that is like, I have the best job in the world, and to be able to work for a guy like that, it makes my job easy, and players want to work for him, coaches want to work for him. So it's going to be great, and the energy is going to be there from day one. So it's going to be great.
What do you look at in a quarterback? Like, what makes a good college quarterback?
Yep.
And what are you kind of looking for this next year with the quarterback?
Yeah. So, I mean, I've been fortunate to have Jake Haener, Mike Penix, Jalen Milroe, and now Ty Simpson, who's phenomenal. And I've been lucky enough to be around them and learn from them. But at the same time, it's like I've seen high-level quarterback play and what's demanded from that position. And there's a way these guys have to play that's got to be it's decision making, it's timing, and it's accuracy. And some guys see a big arm and they fall in love with it. But in this day and age, it's really how fast can you get the ball out? Can you avoid taking a sack? Can you avoid turning the ball over? And luckily we've had 4 great ones. And for us too, is like, as an offense, like, we're going to go as much as the quarterback goes. So it's going to be quarterback centered, and we got to have a guy that can play it at a high level for us to do what we want to do on offense. So. As a quarterback guy, it's obviously my job, and I'm gonna wear that weight proudly. So. Yeah,
and you also first offensive coordinator gig. So you've been around a lot of good offensive lines. What is the offense going to look like this next year? I know it's way early. But what are you kind of imagining for the Oregon State offense next season?
Yeah, we want to be aggressive. I mean, we want to go get this thing. We want to throw the ball. We want to be aggressive in the run game. Our offensive line needs to be violent. Like, we want to be physical up front. And then I want them to take the personality of Coach Shep and myself. We're going to be aggressive on offense. We want explosive plays, and we're going to get explosive plays, whether creating one-on-ones on the outside or getting the running backs the ball in space. It's all explosive based, and that's where at Alabama, Washington, and Fresno is we've had one of the top explosive offenses in the country, and that's how we're going to be successful, is creating those explosive plays.
Being also just Oregon State, wearing the orange and black again, like, tell me about just your life at Redmond High School. You're playing quarterback, and now being in this moment. Overall, just what has this all meant to your entire journey and just the game of football?
Yeah, I mean, the game of football for me has been my entire life. Like, my first game at Parker Stadium, I think, was a month old. So I grew up in Parker Stadium and grew up an Oregon State fan, and our family, like, holiday trips were always bowl games. So I've spent New Year's in El Paso. I went to the Fiesta Bowl in 2001. Oahu Bowl, Christmas Eve. We're spending Christmas in a hotel in Honolulu. So for me, it's like it's been my entire life, and to see it kind of come full circle is special. And hopefully my next year's Christmas is doing the same thing as a bowl game somewhere. And I'm excited about it, because it's my life, and it's been my life since I was born. So I'm truly blessed, and I have the best job in the world, and you can't tell me otherwise. So.
Yeah. If someone were to come up to you and say, what does it mean to be a Beaver? What does it mean to represent Oregon State? I know you're just representing them again now, but you've seen the fans, you know the fan base. Like, what does it mean to be a Beaver?
I think it's the blue-collar kind of work ethic that's been ingrained there from the Mike Riley era all the way back to the Dennis Erickson era. Is those teams were special, and they played hard. And I think from game one, you'll see how hard guys play for Coach Shep. I mean, to me, that's the biggest sign of a good team, is how hard they play. And I think you'll see from snap one of the Jamarcus Shepard era, the energy is going to be different. There's going to be guys flying around, and because I want to work hard for the guy, the players want to play hard for the guy, so you'll see it from day one for sure.